In this video, we're going to go over time value of money, future value of $1. With the future value of $1, you deposit money today, make no further deposits or withdrawals, and you want to know how much it's going to be in the future. So in this example, let's say you receive $5,000 as a present when you graduated college. You put it in a savings account that earns 7% compounded semi-annually. You make no further deposits or withdrawals. How much will be in the account at the end of 5 years? So to calculate the future value, I'm going to click in cell B13, and I'm going to go to Formulas, and then Financial, and then FV. So in the FV box, in my rate, I'm going to click on the annual rate of 7%, but I have to divide by the frequency of 2. So notice the computer calculates 3.5% per 6-month period. In the N per box, if you're going to do something 2 times a year over 5 years, you're going to do it 10 times total. So in the N per box, you could type the number 10, but it would be much better and much more flexible if you clicked on the number of years, cell B11, and multiplied it by the frequency, cell B10, and notice how Excel calculates 10, the number of compounding periods. Now in this case, you're going to skip over PMT. PMT is the payment made each period, so you'd be modeling putting $5,000 every year at the end of the year into a savings account. So we're going to skip over to PV, and in PV we're going to type a negative sign because you're putting it into a savings account, and then click on the deposit amount of $5,000, cell B8, and notice how you get an immediate answer of $7,052.99. So now all we have to do is click OK, and we have our answer. You will have $7,052.99. Now to calculate the amount of interest earned, we're going to click in cell B14, and all we have to do is take the future value and subtract the deposit amount, because if we make no further deposits or withdrawals, the future value is just the deposit amount plus the interest earned. So in interest earned, we're going to take the future value. So I'm going to click in cell B14, type an equal sign, click on cell B13, type a minus sign, and click on cell B8. So I'm going to take the future value, subtract the deposit amount, and notice how we have total interest of $2,052.99. To construct our amortization chart, first I'm going to click in cell D18, the ending amount. I'm going to type an equal sign, and I'm going to click on my deposit amount, cell B8, $5,000. This will make sure that if we change the numbers in our problem, that our amortization chart will work correctly. So now for period 1, we're going to tell Excel that the ending amount for one period is the same as the beginning amount for the next period. So in cell B19, I'm going to type an equal sign, and I'm going to click on cell D18. Now for the interest earned, I'm going to use the principal times rate times time formula. So I'm going to tell Excel to take the beginning amount, multiply it by the annual rate, and then divide by the frequency. So in cell C19 equals B19, the beginning amount, multiplied by the annual rate, B9. Now it's absolutely vital that we use the dollar signs. So you're either going to type $B, $9, or you can use your F4 key if you're on a PC, or Command T if you're a Mac, but then absolutely must say $B, $9, and then I'm going to /. We're going to click on the frequency, cell B10, and exactly the same thing. We don't want it to change to B11 and B12 and B13, so that cell reference absolutely must say $B, $10. So principal times annual rate divided by the frequency or multiplied by the time factor, which is 1/2. So that first 6-month period, you're going to earn $175 in interest. Now, believe it or not, the last formula that we're going to need is our ending amount is the sum of the beginning amount plus the interest earned. So in cell D19, I'm going to type an equal sign and tell Excel to take B19, the beginning amount, and then add the interest earned. So I'm going to hit enter to accept the formula, and in this case, we're now done with our amortization chart. All we have to do is copy the formulas for period 1 all the way down to period 10. So I'm going to select the range B19 to D19, hover over the fill handle until I get the skinny plus, and you can either drag it down or double click the fill handle, and notice how we get to exactly the same answer as B13, the future value of $7,052.99, but now we know how much interest we've earned each 6-month period, and of course then each year.